Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kitty and this is Kitty Crochets. Well, if at all you've not yet subscribed, I kindly beg of you to subscribe before we go into today's tutorial. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Kitty Crochets. Well, in today's tutorial, we are going to look at how to make a crochet romper. So we are going to need some measuring tape, and this is going to be for our measurements. A pair of scissors is going to help us cut off the excess yarn, and my hook, I am going to use my 3.5mm hook, and for my yarn I'm going to use small yarn. We are going to start by making the downer part, and this is going to be a short. So you are going to start by measuring the hips of the person you're making for. Oh, in most cases I make it for myself, and I'm 33 inches. My hips are 33 inches. Yeah, so you measure the hips of the person you're going to make for, and then we are going to make a chain that can really stretch up to those hips. For a chain, we are going to start by making a slip knot, and for a slip knot I'm going to bring my yarn all around my finger like this and then pull it out. I then bring my hook right here in the middle and pull this behind yarn, a slip knot. So I am going to start with making the chain, and for a chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. This is a chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You just yarn over and pull through the loop you have on the hook. So well, let me do this up to when I have something that can real stretch up to 33 inches. So well, this can real stretch up to 33 inches, and I'm now going to add this side with this side by slip stitching. So I come into the very first chain right here, I yarn over and pull through both. I'm going to chain one, and we are going to start by making the waistband, and for our waistband we are going to use a double crochet. So I'm going to chain one, and after chaining one I turn my work. So I yarn over, I come into this very first one, I yarn over and pull through. When I pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, I pull through the first 2, I remain with 2 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the last 2. So this is how a double crochet is made. I come into this very second chain, I yarn over, pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. We go into the very next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So this is how a double crochet is made, and let me show it to you for the last time. You come into the very next chain, endeavor not to skip any single chain. You come, yarn over and pull through, you remain with 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. Yes, so let me be placing double crochets in each and every chain, and I'm going to come back when I am at the end of the chain. Well, I am at the end of this line, and I'm going to come on top of this very first double crochet, this one, and I slip stitch. So after slip stitching, I am going to chain one and turn my work. So we are now going to be placing double crochets, but we are using the front and back post. So I am going to yarn over, I come, this is our first double crochet, so I am going to bring my hook right behind it to pull it in front. We are making the front post. I yarn over and pull through. After pulling through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I am now going to place the second double crochet in the back post. This is the front post. So I am going to yarn over and bring my hook right in front of this next double crochet, and I pull it backwards. So I yarn over and pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, I pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. I'm now placing my next double crochet in the front post. So I'm going to come right behind my next double crochet. I bring my hook behind it and pull it in front. I yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, I pull through the first 2, I yarn over and pull through the last 2. I am now going to yarn over again, and the next one is going to be a back post. So I pull the next double crochet from behind like this, I yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So if the first one is a front post, the next one should be a back post, the next one should be a front post, and then the next one a back post. I am going to do this, and I'm going to do it all around, and let me meet you when I am right here. So after that, I am going to come on top of this very first front post that I made, and I slip stitch, I yarn over, I pull through also, and also pull through the loop I have on the hook. After that, I am going to chain 1 and turn my work. After turning my work, we are now going to start making the body of our short, and for the body we are going to be using half double crochets. For the waistband, we've been using double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over and come in this very first stitch, this one. I'm going to place there my first half double crochet, yarn over, pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 3, I yarn over, come into the very next stitch, this one, I yarn over, pull through, remain with 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, I come into the very next one, I yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over, pull through the 3 loops on the hook. So this is how a half double crochet is made, and I'm going to be placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and let me come back at the end of this line. I've come to the end of this line, and I'm going to come on top of this very first half double crochet that we made. I'm going to come and slip stitch and over, pull through, and also pull through the loop you had on the hook. So I am again going to repeat the same process of placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and we start by placing a half double crochet in this very first one, this one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the 3 loops. You come into the very next one, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 3 loops. So you again place half double crochets in each and every stitch. So I'm going to be placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and I'm going to do it for a couple of lines. So right here, remember, we are making a short. We are going to make lines of half double crochets that equate to 8 inches. These are my 8 inches, like don't include the waistband, and I've made 20 lines. So right here we are now going to make a chain that is going to separate the leg holes, and for a small and medium-sized person I usually make a chain of 10, but for a fat person I make a chain of 15. So I'm going to make a chain of 10. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So after that I am going to count the number of stitches that I have and make sure that I connect this chain in the middle. Well, I am having 101 stitches, so in the 51 stitch it's where I am going to come and add this chain to our short from. So I chain 1 to make it attached. So after that, after chaining 1, I am going to turn my work, and I am now going to do the same thing that we've been doing of placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and I am going to start with where I have joined the chain from. I come into the very next stitch, place there a half double crochet. So I'm going to be placing half double crochets in each and every stitch like we've been doing. And yes, so let me do this, and when I reach here I'm also going to place half double crochets all around, and let me come back when I'm right here. I am right here at the end, and I'm going to come on top of this very first half double crochet that I made, and I slip stitch. So after slip stitching I am going to chain 1 and again turn my work. So I'm going to again start by placing a half double crochet in this very first stitch, this one, and then place half double crochets in the next stitches. So I'm going to do 3 lines. This is already one, I'm on the second one. I'm going to do one more, and after that I'm going to come and do 3 lines on this other leg hole. So let me meet you after making both the leg holes. Well, I'm done with doing both the leg holes. I've made 3 lines this side and 3 lines this side. So we are now going to make some shells down here. So I've already chained 1, and I'm going to yarn over. I count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th one. In the 4th one, I am going to place there 4 double crochets. So yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. That's 1. These are 2, 3, and 4. After that, I am going to chain 2, 1, 2, and after chaining 2, I'm going to come back in this first chain that I made, and I slip stitch. This is a picot stitch, and after slip stitching, I am going to chain 1. After chaining 1, I am again going to place 4 double crochets in this very same stitch. This is the second one, third one, and the 4th one. Yes, so this is it. And after that, I am again going to count 4, and in the 4th one, I am going to come and slip stitch. After slip stitching, I am going to chain 1. After chaining 1, I am going to count 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this 4th one, I am going to place there 4 double crochets. That's 1. Those are 2, 3, and 4. After making 4 double crochets, I am going to chain 2. 1, 2. After chaining 2, I come back in this very first chain that I made, and I slip stitch. This is a picot stitch. After slip stitching, I chain 1 again. After chaining 1, I again place 4 double crochets in this very same stitch, and this makes a shell. Third one, and then the 4th one. After that, you count 4, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th one. In the 4th one, you slip stitch. After slip stitching, you chain 1. Let me show it to you once again. After slip stitching, I've chained 1, and I'm going to count 4 again. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 4th one, I'm going to place there 4 double crochets. Oh, that's 1. Well, if you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and please don't leave here without subscribing. I kindly beg of you to also follow me on Instagram at Kitty Crochets. Well, back to our tutorial. After the 4, you chain 2, 1, 2. You come back in this first chain that you made, and slip stitch. After slip stitching, you again chain 1. After chaining 1, you again place 4 double crochets in that very same stitch. Those are 2. This is the 3rd one, and then this is the 4th one. After that, you count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4th one, you slip stitch. So well, I'm going to do this all around this leg hole, and after this leg hole, I'll also come and do the same thing on this other leg hole. I'm now done putting the shells on both leg holes. Hope you can see that. And now we are going to make the upper part of our romper. So I'm going to get my measuring tape and measure like from the middle, and the middle is around here. I'm going to measure 5 inches from the middle, and those 5 inches are stopping here. Well, if you have a stitch marker, you can use one. Unfortunately, I don't have one. So we are going to make half double crochets from the middle up to where these 5 inches stop from. But in case someone you're making the romper for has a wider chest, you can make maybe 6 or 7, like you can increase on these inches. I'm going to come right here and add my yarn to the short. So after that, I am going to start by placing a half double crochet in this very same stitch right here. I am now going to be placing half double crochets in each and every stitch to the middle part. Well, please don't leave here before subscribing to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Kitty Crochets. Yeah, so I'm placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and I'm going to do this up to when I reach the middle of the short. I've reached the middle, and after my last half double crochet, I am going to turn my work and again do the same thing, placing half double crochets where I have placed them, like in the 5 inches. So in this very first one, I'm going to place there a half double crochet, and then the next one, well, I'm going to be placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and I am going to do this for lines that are going to equate to 5.5 inches. To get those 5.5 inches, you're going to measure like from your waist, like this is going to be a high waist part, like you're going to measure from like your umbilical cord up to under the boobs. Well, these are 5.5 inches, so we are now going to start making a decrease, and we are going to decrease up to when we have a triangular shape. So for the decrease, I'm going to yarn over. I come into this very first half double crochet, this one, yarn over, pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook, I again yarn over, I come into this next one, I yarn over and pull through. This gives me 5 loops on the hook, and I yarn over and pull through the 5 loops. So this is a decrease, and after that decrease, I am going to place normal half double crochets in each and every stitch up to when I reach the other side. I have reached this other side, and I'm going to make a decrease. I'm remaining with only these 2 chains, so I'm going to place my decrease here. I come, yarn over, pull through, I get 3 loops on the hook, I again yarn over in this last one, yarn over and pull through, I get 5 loops on the hook, I yarn over, I just pull through the 5 loops. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So we are going to be decreasing on both sides, this side and this side. When I reach here, we are going to start by making a decrease. So I'm going to yarn over and come in this very first one, yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over in the next one, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 5. I am now going to place half double crochets in each and every stitch up to when I reach the other side. Well, I have reached this other side, and I'm remaining with 2 loops, this and this. So I am going to place my decrease here, yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, I again yarn over in this very last one, yarn over, pull through, and I get 5 loops on the hook. I'm going to just yarn over and pull through all the 5. After that, I chain 1. So well, this is literally going to be the pattern for the remaining lines, and I'm going to do this decreasing on both sides, like this side and this side, up to when I have a sharp point. My end point has to be a sharp point. Let me show it to you once again. I'm going to yarn over in this very first one, come yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, I again yarn over, come in the second one, yarn over and pull through 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 5, and I start placing half double crochets each and every stitch up to when I reach the other side, where I have to make a decrease. I've come to the end of this. I'm remaining with 2 stitches, so I'm going to come in the first one, yarn over, pull through, I again yarn over in the last one and pull through, yarn over, pull through all the 5, I yarn over, again turn my work. So well, you are going be decreasing on this side and this side. So you are again going to start with a decrease and end with a decrease. I'm going to do this up to when I have like my end point is going to be a sharp point, like to make a triangular shape. Well, this is it. This is the triangular shape I had told you about. So I am now going to do the same thing right here, and I'm going to get my measuring tape again, and I measure 5 inches from here, like from the middle, and my 5 inches stop around here. So I'm going to get my hook and place it around here, and I am again going to place half double crochets from this side up to here in the middle. I am going to come right here where my 5 inches stop from, and I attach my yarn. Chain 1. After that, I am going to turn my work. So I am going to place half double crochets in each and every stitch up to when I reach the middle. I start by placing a half double crochet in that very first one. Well, I'm doing what we have been doing before, and yes, I'm placing half double crochets in each and every stitch. So let me do this and get back to you when I have reached the middle. I have reached the middle, and I am still going to place a half double crochet in this stitch where I placed a half double crochet for this part. In this one here, I am going to place there a half double crochet. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. When I turn my work, I start by placing a half double crochet in this very first one. I again repeat placing half double crochets in each and every stitch without forgetting any. So literally what I am doing this side is what I did on this side. So I'm going to make lines of half double crochets that can equate to 5.5 inches, and after that I start with a decrease, and I'm going to decrease up to when I have this sharp end point. So let me get back to you when I am done making this other side. We are now going to put a strap on top of our romper, and I'm done with this side. So I'm going to come on this other side and show you how I have put a strap on the other side. I attach my yarn. After attaching my yarn, I am going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After chaining 6, I am going to yarn over 3 times. That's 1, 2 and 3, and I come right here where I have attached the yarn from. Right here I yarn over and pull through. So I am now going to be yarning over and pulling through the first 2 loops. I yarn over, I pull through the first 2, I again yarn over and pull through the next 2, I again yarn over, pull through the next 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I again chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After chaining 6, I yarn over 3 times. That's 1, 2 and 3. I come right here in the middle where the chain starts from. I pass my hook through, I yarn over and pull through. I again repeat pulling through the first 2 loops. I have 5 loops on the hook, so I'm going to yarn over, I pull through the first 2, I yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and yarn over again and pull through the last 2. I again chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I yarn over thrice, 1, 2 and 3. I come right here where the chain starts from. I place my hook, yarn over and pull through. I get 5 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2. I again yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and yarn over, pull through the next 2. Let me show it to you once again. I yarn over I chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I yarn over thrice, 1, 2, 3. I come right here where the chain starts from a yarn over and pull through, a yarn over, pull through the first two, yarn over, pull through the next two, yarn over, pull through the next two, and yarn over, pull through the last two. Well, I am done putting the straps, so we are now going to make the strap holes. So I'm going to come right here where we started making the decrease from here, and I attach my yarn. It's where our strap holes are going to begin from. So I come here and attach my yarn. I attach my yarn. After attaching my yarn, I am going to chain 5. That's 1 2 3 4 and 5. After chaining 5, I am going to skip this line of double crochet. I skip the second one, and at the end of this third one here, I'm going to come here and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I am going to chain 1, and I am going to make single crochets for the next 3 lines of half double crochets. That is this, and this. So I'm going to come right here, a yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. So come here, yarn over, pull through. We are making single crochets, yarn over, pull through. Hope you are seeing, yarn over, pull through. Let me see, this is 1 2 3. So we put our last single crochet right here. So after that, I am going to chain 5 again. 1 2 3 4 and 5. After chaining 5, I count 3 lines again. 1 2 3, and at the end of this line I come and slip stitch. After slip stitching, I chain 1. I again place single crochets for the next 3 lines. So I place there my single crochets in these, and I'm going to do this for the next 3 lines. This is 1 2 3, and to the end of the third one. After the 3 lines, you again chain 5 2 3 4 and 5, and then come and slip stitch at the end here. After that you're going to chain 1. After chaining 1, you are going to cut off your yarn. Well, I am done putting the strap holes, so we are now going to add ruffles on our romper. So I'm going to come around here and attach my yarn. I get my yarn and attach it. After attaching my yarn, we are now going to start putting the ruffles, and for the ruffles we are going to use a double crochet, and we are going to be placing 2 double crochets in each and every stitch. So I come right here where I have attached the yarn from, a yarn over, pull through, I'm placing there a double crochet, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2. I again place there my second double crochet, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. I come in this very next stitch, do not skip any stitch. I place there my 2 double crochets. I come, this is the next stitch. I place there 2 double crochets. You yarn over, pull through the first 2, and also yarn over and pull through the next 2. The next one, this is my second double crochet. Well, kindly don't leave here without subscribing to my channel to keep up with those new videos that I'm going to keep on uploading. You can also follow me on Instagram, Kitty Crochets, and in case you make a romper of your own or for your customer, you can tag me on Instagram so that I can see your work as well. Yes, you can tag me at Kitty Crochets. So I come, do not skip any stitch in the very next one. I place there, and don't forget we are placing 2 double crochets in the very same stitch. So when you come here where we have lines of double crochets going upwards, we are going to come, no, let's first place 2 double crochets in this one, first one that doesn't have half double crochets up. So in this next one has double crochets, so I'm going to come and pull it like this. So I'm going to place my 2 double crochets right here, and yes, so this is the next one. I also pull it from down and I place there my 2 double crochets. Remember, I'm placing 2 double crochets in each and every stitch because we are making ruffles. I come into the next one. This is the next one. I bring my hook. I also place there 2 double crochets. I then come to the next one. This is the next one. I again place there 2 double crochets. So well, I am going to be doing this, placing 2 double crochets in each and every stitch all around, and I'm going to do this and come back when I am at the end of this line. I am at the end of my first line, so I'm going to come on top of this very first double crochet and I slip stitch and over pull through and also pull through the loop on the hook. After that, I am going to chain 1, and after chaining 1, I am going to turn my work. So for the next line, we are going to be placing double crochets in each and every stitch. For the first line, we placed 2 double crochets in each and every stitch. So for our second line, we are only going to be placing double crochets in each and every stitch. So I'm going to come in this very first one. I place there a double crochet. I come into the next one, place there a double crochet. So this is going to be our second line, placing double crochets in each and every stitch. So let me do this and come back when I'm at the end of this line. I am at the end of my second line, so I'm going to come on top of this very first double crochet and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. For our third line, we are going to place 2 double crochets in one stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So let's start by placing 2 double crochets in one stitch, and then we place 1 double crochet in the next stitch. After that, we place 2 double crochets in the next stitch. That's 1, and then these are 2. In the next one, we place there 1 double crochet. So for our third line, we are literally going to be using this pattern: 2 double crochets in one stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So well, let me do this and come back when I am at the end of this line. I am at the end of this line, so I'm going to come on top of this very first double crochet right here and I slip stitch and over pull through, also pull through the loop I have of the hook. So after that, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. After turning my work, we are going to start with the fourth line, and for the fourth line, we are only going to be placing double crochets in each and every stitch. So start with the very first one, the second one, and into the third one. You're going to be placing double crochets in each and every stitch. Well, if you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and you can leave your comment as well. And kindly don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel before you leave here. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Kitty Crochets. Well, back to our tutorial. We are placing double crochets in each and every stitch. So I am going to do this for this third line, was our last line of increase, and I'm going to do this placing double crochets in each and every stitch for the next lines. And I'm going to make a couple of lines and I'll come back and tell you how many lines I have made. No more increases, we are just placing no more double crochets in each and every stitch. Well, I am done making my ruffles and I have made 11 lines. So now I am going to make some strap holes and I'm going to put them right here in the middle, and these are going to be for the chain that we are going to use right here in the middle. So I am going to come right here where we started making the decrease from, and I attach my yarn. So after attaching my yarn, I am going to chain 4. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. After chaining 4, I am going to skip this line, skip the second line, and at the end of this third line right here, I am going to come here and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I am now going to place single crochets in this next stitch. Also place single crochet in the next stitch. I'm going to place single crochets for 2 lines, and this was the first one, this is the second one. After, at the end of the second line, I am going to chain 4 again. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. After that, I skip 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. At the end of this third line, it's where I come and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I then place single crochets for 2 lines. Yes, I am doing the single crochets for the 2 lines. At the end of this second line, I come and also place there a single crochet. After that, these are 2 lines, 1, 2. After that, I again chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I count 3, 1, 2, 3. At the end of this third line, I am going to come right here and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I am going to chain 1 and cut off my yarn. So I'm going to do this same thing on this side, and let me come back to you when I am done with the other side. Well, I have made strap holes on both sides, so now I am going to make a chain that is going to be put in the middle here. So for my chain, I get my yarn, rotate it around my finger, and then bring my hook and pull this behind yarn, making a slip knot. So I start making a chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I am going to make a chain that is going to be enough for this middle area. I'm now going to make a chain, and this chain is going to be for our waistband. So I'm going to make a slip knot, bring my hook right here in the middle, pull this behind yarn. For a chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Well, I am going to make a chain that is going to be enough for my waistband. I'm now going to get my chain, and I'm now going to put it in my waistband. I'm going to come on this top line, it's where we are going to put it. So I'm going to be putting it in and out, in and out. Yeah, so I'm going to put my waistband, and yeah, let me do this up to the end. Oops, yeah, finally this is how our romper looks like. Thank you very much for watching. If at all you've not yet subscribed, I kindly beg of you to subscribe before you leave here. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Kitty Crochets. You can give this video a thumbs up if at all you found it useful, and leave a comment in case of anything. Yeah, see you in my next tutorial.